Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian 20 cents worth value coins. In this video, we explore the worth, iconic design, hidden treasures, and shocking history behind the top 3 most valuable and expensive Australian 20 cents coins from Australia. We'll be revealing coins from 1974, 1981, and 2004, all with no mint mark, struck in Canberra. These are copper-nickel coins, featuring the famous Platypus reverse design. At first glance, these coins look completely ordinary. They are often dirty, worn, and heavily circulated. But don't be fooled. Some of these seemingly ordinary Australian 20 cents coins could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars today. So before you spend that old coin, stick around, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. Backhand index pointing right first up. Coin number 1. Stop. Pause. Take a deep breath. Hold this coin gently between your fingers. Feel its weight, cold and unassuming, yet heavy with history. This is not just a piece of metal. This is a 1974 Australian 20 cents coin, quietly minted in Canberra without a mark, and released into a world that had no idea what would happen to it over the coming decades. Its surface is dull now, worn by constant handling, its edges softened, its ridges faded. But this wear is not damage, it is life itself pressed into metal. Every scratch, every flattened curve, every tiny imperfection is a silent witness to the countless hands that touched it, the countless transactions it survived, the stories it silently carried across a changing Australia. Most people see a coin. Collectors see survival, history, and hidden fortune. The year 1974 was a time of transformation. Australia was moving forward, yet every day carried uncertainty. Inflation crept quietly into the economy, political tides shifted, and daily life demanded coins that could endure relentless circulation. This 20 cents piece was born for that purpose. It traveled endlessly, from wallets to cash registers, from vending machines to bus fares, slipping unnoticed through millions of exchanges. Its copper-nickel alloy was tough, built to resist corrosion, to withstand decades of relentless use. And yet, while most of its companions were lost, melted, or forgotten, this one survived. In that quiet endurance, the coin gained its own rare and unique power. Focus now on the obverse. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, once crisp and proud, has softened under the pressure of decades. Her features, though muted, still command respect. Every worn line of her face, every flattened curl of her hair, tells the story of endurance and passage of time. Coins like this do not survive by chance. Their journey is selective. Millions were struck, but only a few endured the harsh reality of daily commerce. This coin is a survivor, and survival in this condition is the beginning of value, rarity, and intrigue for collectors who understand that beauty is often hidden in history, not shine. Turn it over and behold the platypus, gracefully engraved on the reverse. The details of its webbed feet, the soft curvature of its body, and the ripples beneath it have faded with time, yet the image persists. This is a symbol of Australia, a creature unique and resilient, mirrored in the coin itself. It has passed through decades unnoticed, quietly witnessing the growth of cities, the evolution of society, and the ebb and flow of daily life. This coin has been touched by countless hands, yet remained intact. That endurance, that invisible journey, is what separates ordinary change from a piece of history. The platypus may be small, yet its story is monumental. Consider the coin's material. Copper-nickel was chosen for durability, to withstand wear, friction, and chemical reaction over time. It was not meant for beauty, but for life. And in choosing this metal, the designers unwittingly created survivors. Coins that have endured decades of circulation, like this 1974 20 cents, are now exceedingly rare. The imperfections, the dirt, the flattened rims, all of these are not flaws but proof of authenticity. they are physical evidence of the coin's journey, of its work in the hands of millions, and of the era it quietly represents. The metal itself tells a story that no pristine coin could ever whisper. To the casual observer, this might seem like mere change. A coin of minor significance, unworthy of attention. But that assumption is exactly why its hidden value exists. Survival, rarity, and subtle anomalies, the tiny variations in strikes or die patterns, elevate this coin beyond its face value. Every worn detail, every faint trace of the platypus's ripples, every softened ridge is a record of life passing over and through it. Collectors understand that these whispers of history can hide fortunes unimaginable to the untrained eye. What seems ordinary can be extraordinary if you know where to look. Think of the countless hands this coin has touched. It passed from pocket to pocket, from register to register, over decades. Each handling left a subtle impression, a trace of life etched into metal. Each abrasion, each softening of the detail, is a marker of authenticity. These marks are not blemishes, they are the story. And that story is what collectors are searching for. A heavily circulated 1974 20-cent coin is a survivor, a witness, and a treasure rolled into one, holding power that cannot be replicated, nor manufactured. The coin's quiet value is deceptive. Its history whispers, not shouts. The queen's softened profile, the fading details of the platypus, the subtle dents and marks, all these tell the story of resilience. Where other coins were discarded, melted, or lost, this one endured. It is a survivor of time itself, and for those who recognize its significance, it can unlock hidden wealth, history, and fascination all at once. It is a reminder that value is rarely obvious, and fortune often lies hidden in plain sight. Collectors who understand the nuances of coin survival see beyond the scratches and wear. They look for small variations, subtle differences in minting, the slight deviations in the die. This 1974 Australian 20-cent coin, unremarkable to the untrained eye, may conceal those tiny but powerful anomalies that elevate it to a prized collectible. Its story is not one of sparkle or perfection but of endurance, survival, and history etched into the fabric of metal. It quietly bridges decades, carrying the echoes of Australia's past. So if you ever find a 1974 Australian 20-cent coin, do not rush. Hold it, examine it, and feel the weight of decades in your hand. Study the worn profile of the queen, the fading details of the platypus, the marks of life it has survived. This coin does not boast. It waits. For the collector who can read history, recognize endurance, and appreciate subtlety, it offers a connection to the past and the promise of hidden value. It is more than currency. It is survival. It is history. It is opportunity pressed quietly into metal, waiting for the one who understands its story. Stop. Pause. Feel the weight of history in your hand. This is no ordinary coin. This is a 1981 Australian 20-cent piece, minted in Canberra without a mark, and it has quietly survived decades of the everyday grind. Its copper-nickel surface is dulled, worn, edges softened, ridges flattened from countless hands, countless transactions, countless lives. Dirt clings to its surface, a silent testament to its journey through wallets, cash registers, and pockets. To most, it is just a coin. To the collector, it is a survivor, a witness to the ebb and flow of life, and a secret bearer of unimaginable value. The year 1981 was a turning point for a generation. Australia moved forward with determination, unaware that coins like this would one day hold stories far beyond their monetary value. The 20-cent coin, with its durable copper-nickel composition, was meant to endure decades of circulation. And endure it did. It traveled unnoticed through buses, shops, markets, and homes, witnessing quiet moments of daily life. Its journey is etched into every scratch, every faded line, every softened contour, transforming it from currency into history pressed into metal. Look closely at the obverse. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, once crisp, proud, and full of detail, has softened under the weight of time. Her profile no longer leaps sharply from the surface, it whispers, muted yet dignified, telling the story of countless hands that passed this coin along. Coins that survive decades in circulation are rare. Most vanished, melted, or tossed aside. This one survived, not by chance, but by resilience, quietly proving that endurance can hold value far beyond appearance. Now turn it over. The platypus swims across the reverse, its webbed feet and sleek form softened by decades of circulation, yet unmistakable. Each line of the design, each faint ripple beneath its body, carries the fingerprints of time. This platypus has been touched, handled, and passed through generations, quietly observing the changing landscape of Australia. It is not just a symbol of the nation, it is a symbol of survival, resilience, and history captured in metal. The coin's material is more than mere copper and nickel. It is the vessel of endurance, built to withstand friction, wear, and the relentless flow of time. This coin has witnessed a world changing around it, new technology, shifting economies, evolving culture, and yet it remained, quietly preserving a piece of 1981 for anyone who can see beyond the dirt and flattening. Its imperfections are proof, not damage. They tell the story of life passing over and through it. To the casual eye, it is ordinary. Tarnished, worn, flattened. Yet value is rarely obvious. True value lies in survival, in history, and in subtle anomalies that may be invisible at first glance. A 1981 20-cent coin, heavily circulated, may conceal tiny strike differences, die variations, or irregularities that could make it priceless to the keen collector. Those who dismiss it as just change miss the hidden story pressed into its metal. Think of the journey. Each transfer left a mark, each pocket added a scratch, each cash register slide softened its features. These are not flaws, they are life recorded on metal. The more a coin endured, the rarer it became. Its heavily circulated state is a testament to its story. Few coins survive like this, carrying decades of daily use and history into the hands of those who can appreciate it. This is not a coin to spend carelessly, this is a coin to hold, study, and respect. Fortune whispers, it does not shout. And this coin whispers loudly to those who can listen. In the worn profile of the queen, in the faded lines of the platypus, in the marks of decades, there is hidden power. What seems ordinary to the untrained eye is extraordinary for those who understand its survival. Hidden wealth, history, and opportunity reside in these worn, heavily circulated edges. It is a treasure waiting for recognition. Collectors know that rarity is not just about pristine condition. It is about endurance, historical significance, and subtle differences that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. This 1981 Australian 20-cent coin, surviving in heavily circulated condition, carries tiny anomalies, subtle distinctions, and history that make it invaluable. It is a secret kept quiet for decades, waiting for eyes sharp enough to see its worth. So if you ever find a 1981 Australian 20-cent coin, stop. Hold it. Study it. Feel the weight of decades in your hand. Examine every softened edge, every worn line of the queen, every faint ripple beneath the platypus. This coin does not demand attention, it waits, quietly, for the one who understands its story, recognizes its endurance, and values the hidden treasure pressed into its decades of life. This is more than currency, it is survival, history, and the quiet promise of unimaginable fortune. Stop. Hold this coin. Feel its weight. This is no ordinary piece of metal. This is a 2004 Australian 20-cent coin, minted in Canberra, bearing no mint mark, quietly surviving decades of circulation. Its copper-nickel surface is dulled, edges softened, relief worn down by countless hands, wallets, and pockets. Dirt and grime cling to its surface, whispers of the journeys it has taken. To most, it is just loose change. but for the collector, it is history captured in metal, endurance pressed into decades, and a hidden fortune waiting for recognition. The year 2004 was a time of subtle change for Australia. A modernizing nation, unaware that coins like this one would one day carry stories far beyond their face value. Its platypus reverse design, iconic and elegant, swam across countless transactions, quietly observing life in cities, towns, and rural pockets. This coin has passed through cash registers, vending machines, and countless hands. Its worn edges and flattened ridges are not imperfections, they are proof that it lived, survived, and endured where many others did not. Look at the obverse. Queen Elizabeth II's profile, once crisp and proud, has softened under the weight of decades of circulation. Her features now whisper the stories of the countless lives this coin has touched. Each flattened detail, each faint line, is a testament to its survival. Many 20-cent coins from this era have vanished, lost, melted, or forgotten. But this one endured. It carries value not only in its metal but in its story, in the endurance that makes collectors' hearts race with curiosity and desire. Now turn it over. The platypus swims, still recognizable, though softened by years of handling. Every faint line of its bill, every gentle ripple beneath its body, has felt the press of life around it. Each touch, each scrape, each passing from one hand to another has added to its history. The platypus, a symbol of Australia's unique natural heritage, now also symbolizes resilience, a small creature that survives the currents of time, much like this coin itself. The coin's copper-nickel composition was designed for durability, but no one could have predicted just how much history it would endure. This 2004 20-cent piece has silently recorded the rhythm of daily life: market stalls, bus rides, coffee shops, pockets of students, wallets of workers. Every mark is a story, every scratch a memory pressed into metal. The more it endured, the rarer it became in the eyes of collectors who seek not just coins, but history. It is easy to overlook such a coin. Tarnished, dirtied, flattened by circulation. But true value hides in survival. In subtle anomalies, in wear patterns, in the quiet story etched into metal. A 2004 20-cent coin may hold minting variations, faint die errors, or slight irregularities that elevate it beyond ordinary currency. Those who dismiss it as mere change miss the hidden potential. Those who recognize its story may unlock a fortune unimaginable for a coin of this size. Imagine the hands it has passed through, the pockets it has traveled in, the transactions it witnessed. Each touch left a mark, each scrape a record of life. These are not flaws, they are proof. Proof that the coin lived, survived, and quietly became rare. Its worn, heavily circulated condition does not diminish it, it enhances its story. It is a survivor, a witness, and a treasure pressed into the everyday. Fortune whispers. It does not shout. And this coin whispers loudly to those who listen. In the flattened relief of the queen, in the softened lines of the platypus, in the faint traces of time, there is hidden value. What appears ordinary is extraordinary when seen through the eyes of the collector. A quiet, unassuming coin can hide a fortune, waiting patiently for discovery. Collectors know rarity is not always about pristine condition. It is about history, endurance, and subtle differences that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. This 2004 Australian 20-cent coin, surviving heavily circulated, carries anomalies, survival, and history that make it priceless in the right hands. A story of decades, pressed quietly into metal, waiting for the one who can read it. So, if you ever find a 2004 Australian 20-cent coin, stop. Hold it. Study it. Feel decades of life in your hand. Examine the softened relief of the queen, the faint lines of the platypus, and the marks of circulation. This coin does not shout. It waits. For the collector who understands survival, history, and the hidden fortune quietly pressed into the life of everyday Australian commerce. This is more than currency, it is history, endurance, and the promise of hidden value.